Okay, I'm gonna talk about stoodles on this little rant. I know a lot of people are saying that he is. I know that some people will say that Stoodles is a white supremacist. That's going to be very difficult to say that because his race realism theories, in terms of intellectual evolution, put the Asians at least equal to the Europeans. Um, so that's going to be very difficult for people to say. What do I believe? How do I feel about Stoodles, and how should people perceive Stoodles? Um, should we say Stoodles wants to exterminate black people? No, because he never hinted at that. Should we say Stoodles cannot treat blacks as individuals, or will just see all black people as dumb? Not really, because he's stated that he has black friends. Can we say that Stoodles in general looks at the black race and cannot respect the black race? Absolutely. He can't. I mean, Stoodles is a so-called neocon elitist conservative. He believes in, he believes that intelligence, yes, he may believe that how you measure intelligence is subjective, and that intelligence really is a relative or subjective measurement of superiority. I'm sure you'll say that. And in theory, they're right. In theory, you can actually believe that, low IQ blacks are equal as human beings to high IQ whites. Sure you can. So here's the problem. In a modern civilized society, in a Western modern industrialized civilized society, with this modern technology, electrical technology, and sophistication, or it's more. I guess it's more. I guess you could say the society is more involved, not evolved. When he's relating to those black people as a race, he cannot respect them. He can try, he can say theoretically, I can respect him. I can see this low IQ, 85, 70% IQ person has an equal in terms of human life. Sure, he can say that in theory, but in terms of how he will treat them, in terms of policies, he won't respect them. He can't. In terms of being equally, in terms of a measurement of man within an industrialized, civilized Western society. Okay. You can make that analogy. Just to be crude, I mean, he would see most blacks how blacks see dogs or animals. And I'm not saying violent, necessarily savage animals, but just animals. Okay. How a black person would see a dog, or a black person would see a cat. Sure, you can say that a dog's life, there's people that say that a dog's life is equal to a baby's life. But the bottom line is that you take care of a cat, you think you're smarter than the cat. You think you're more evolved than a cat. You love the cat, but you still think you're more evolved. I love cats too. I love kittens too, and pets. So you can see you can see blacks probably equal to the child in general as a race. Sure, he has some individual exceptions. I'm sure he can say he has some black friends that are his intellectual capacity, but in general, he does not respect them. And he feels that he's justified in not respecting them, because he says that the IQ, crime, anti-white racism, this hatred toward white people, based upon what white people, even though white people have given them civilization, did this, and did this, they had this haughty attitude toward them. Okay, so he's saying that, yes, he believes that it's justified. Deep down, although he may say he respects blacks in general as a race, and he just thinks it's a difference. Well, in practicality, that's almost impossible. So that's what I feel about Stoodles. He can't call him a white supremacist because he does see the Asians as at least equal, or if not more involved in the white race. So you can't call him a white supremacist. That would be dumb. But can we say that he has racist attitudes toward blacks, which he says is basically truth? Sure. So that's all I have to say about Stoodles. Thanks.